spanking your child okay? Let's start by a person who could support this idea. His name was Nicholas Machiavelli. Nicholas Machiavelli was an Italian philosopher of the Renaissance period famous for writing The Prince, in which he gave greater importance to the effective truth than to any abstract idea. In this text, Machiavelli recognizes that every leader always should care about their reputation, that they should desire to be considered compassionate and not cruel, but he warned to not go overboard and not misuse this compassion. This could be related to parenthood, where many times parents as leaders are not sure if they want to be their child's friends or their guiders. If you're doing good things for your municipality but being tough about it, writes Machiavelli in chapter 7, concerning cruelty and clemency and whether it is better to be loved than feared, don't worry about others seeing you as cruel and heartless. Be strong and ignore what others think. This belief could also be related to parenthood, where sometimes you may punish your children harshly because of an act they did, but as long as you are a loving parent and concerned with their good, you should try to avoid feeling bad for the thought your child may have about you in the moment. So that is why spanking your child could be justified and accepted based on Machiavelli's beliefs.
Jean-Jacques Rousseau was a Genevan philosopher, writer, and composer. His political philosophy influenced the progress of the Enlightenment throughout Europe, as well as the aspects of the French Revolution and the development of modern political, economical, and educational thought. Rousseau had a rough childhood, especially in the way his tutors decided to implement discipline. So he wrote a book called Emilio, or of the Education. This new pedagogy talks about how a child should be raised, starting at a young age, experimenting nature, then learning about art and morality, and then become a valuable member of a society. He says that punishments of any type aren't useful because the child doesn't have the capacity to understand them, and that the child should learn from their accidents, and adults should only be guides. Plato was the earliest, most important Greek philosopher and educational thinker. He thinks that education is key for a society and stresses on education. For the purpose, he wants to go to the extreme level of removing children from their mothers and raise them by the states. He wants to identify the skills of the children and give them proper education for that particular skill which they have, so they could become suitable members of a society and fulfill their duty in society. Plato wants to create an environment when children can learn and have fun, a place where they love going and have the ability and the materials to create new knowledge and experiences. And for that, he needs capable adults and not using physical punishments. After researching 3 different points of view of different philosophers, we can conclude that the philosophers we research said that physical punishment used in children isn't the best way to educate them or discipline the children, because as Rousseau said, children don't understand the punishment and they should learn it themselves. Plato said that children should love to learn things and by that need an friendly environment. And even though Machiavelli said that it's better to be feared than to be loved, he also said that there's nothing better than to have the love of the people. So we can conclude that using physical punishment as a way of discipline isn't the best way.